And we live.
Okay. Hi, beautiful people out there. Share.
I can't.
Turn on my professional voice today.
Mhm.
I'm going to be very professional.
I'm not. I ain't even in that kind of mood. You gonna get whatever you get tonight. I barely made it. Okay, I barely made it.
we is
Oh
here.
man. We here though. We here. If you have joined, please share, comment, hello. That's what I get for eating. Comment hello, let us know you here, etc. etc.
Etc.
All right, I'm
Ooh.
play the intro. Here we go.
We laugh too much. I was just looking at those last videos.
We never laugh too much. Well, go ahead.
Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Chastity B.
And I'm Sunshine. Welcome. You know that thing on your door back there look like a sex toy? Anywho, thanks for everybody who has tuned in.
Oh, that would be real kinky.
If you are watching, please comment and say hello. Join in on the shenanigans, etc., etc. And we always start with a foreplay. And oh my God, I did not load your foreplay.
Oh, well, let's get to yours.
Told y'all I was off tonight. I'm off. I barely made it. Okay. Was it a video?
Yeah, it was a video. Don't worry about it. Just go on to yours. We'll use it for next week.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. I was like rushing and totally forgot.
Vernon thought that it was a sex toy too.
Don't it look like she's strapping somebody in? I'm just saying. Up or down.
See if I can find me one.
All right, so I went old school back to what we used to do when we first do these things. And I got a one gotta go. I would actually put a couple on here, but I might have to use a couple now that I forgot your video. But here's the first one. So one gotta go. Let me take this banner off. So Friday, set it off. Poetic Justice or Long. I can't even talk. Love Jones.
I say long. As much as I hate to say this, it's gonna have to be Love Jones for me. And that's only because I don't really I can sit down and I don't know, because Poetic Justice is one that I don't really rewatch a lot either. But I Love Jones. I'm not gonna Love Jones.
Well, my answer is probably gonna upset a lot of folk.
You gonna say Friday?
By Friday.
What?
Bye. Like out of all of these, I can do without Friday.
I mean, honestly, I don't think that Friday belongs in the category with these movies.
Right. Well, Set It Off is kind of, well, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Can't believe you said right. Friday.
Yeah, Friday could go. Set It Off, classic. Look, I love Love Jones. I have watched it 2,500 times. I have. And then Poetic Justice was one of my first hood movies I've ever seen. So, and that's when I fell in love with Tupac. May he rest in peace. So yeah, if you put all these movies in front of me, Friday would probably be the last one I watched. Like, it was really good and it was funny, but it ain't one that I would just be dying to watch. Like, I would literally probably only watch it because I was at your house or something and you played it. But it ain't nothing that I would just watch. I probably ain't watched Friday in 10 years. I don't watch all the rest of these.
Oh my gosh. That's probably me with Love Jones. That's me with Love Jones. Even though I love Jones, I think that it's a very amazing movie. I love it. I might watch it tonight when I get in bed.
It's so good. And just the soundtrack was amazing. The poetry was amazing.
Yes.
The struggle of their love story was so real. Like, it happens all the time. Like, I can't do without it. I can't.
I just can't.
Friday don't really teach you nothing. It's just funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the rest of them, leave you setting off. Don't try to rob no banks. Okay, freaking gonna blow up.
But Friday taught you. Friday taught you. Not to mess with Big Worm's money.
You know what, bye. That ain't no.
Debo gonna try to steal your chain. Smoking, he smoked some weed that was laced that he shouldn't have smoked, so that taught us about smoking other people's shit. It was some teachable moments in there.
It was.
Maybe
if you're from the hood, but obviously I obviously don't know nothing, so I ain't smoking nobody nothing anyway. I ain't saying I ain't never tried it now. Don't take my words out of context. I'm just saying.
Be in a chicken coop. You know
just saying. All right, for those that are watching or listening or watch later, let us know which one you get rid of. Friday, Set It Off, Poetic Justice, or Love Jones.
And Sunshine said Friday.
Bye, Friday. Bye. That's why Tuck ain't even been in no. He even said it wasn't no point. He ain't been in not now.
You know what?
Not now. Okay. He looked back at himself and said, "Self, I look a hot daggone mess.
No, he
shoot no more."
Listen.
But we gonna move on. We gonna have a whole other conversation. Vern, you ain't seen none of them.
Where are you from?
Man. You about to be voted off the island. At least go watch Love Jones. I don't see him watching Friday.
That might be his favorite movie.
Maybe not even Set It Off, even though Set It Off is amazing. It's probably the best one on the list, in my opinion.
I love Set It Off.
That acting alone was amazing. But I feel like you might like Lil Jones, maybe. I don't really know. He might not like that though. But go watch him. All right. So another one that I had was One Gotta Go. And this is them and all of their works. Them and all of their works. Even though one of them has already went to glory. We talking about their work, movies, whatever they put out. All right. So it's Martin Lawrence. It's Kevin Hart. It's Bernie Mac. And it's, oh Lord, my mind just went. Eddie Murphy. I'm about to forget the man's name. Which one you letting go?
Kevin Hart, I will never forget whenever you said, "My mama told me to tell you." But I'm gonna have to choose Kevin Hart because if it would be no him without them. And all the other ones, they got so many monumental things that there's no way I could get rid of them.
Right.
And Kevin Hart, his stand-up is hilarious to me. A lot of people don't find him funny, but I think he's funny. But he doesn't have like no movies or shows or anything that's like out there, like, you know, you can sit there and watch it timelessly.
I ain't gonna say he ain't got none, but
I mean, not none like that.
He just don't stand against the one. I mean, you can't get rid of Martin.
Right.
Just because of Martin. Like, I ain't gonna say I would run to watch a Martin stand up, but just some of his movies are hilarious that you would never. Blue Streak was one of my favorite movies. He is so funny. Like, That thing
I
is
love
hilarious.
Blue Street. Now, Blue Street, if I ever see like Blue Street on, if I'm turning the TV or looking for something to watch and I see Blue Street is on, I'm watching it. I love
Mm-hmm.
that movie.
And then Bernie Mac just funny in everything he did, movie, stand up.
He
He
just come out
never
on stage. I'm already laughing.
right fast, and you can't give her. You want some mac and cookies?
Him downstairs.
Him downstairs, and then Boomerang alone for me. Keep Eddie on the list. That ain't even talking about his delirious stand ups and all that. They ain't even talking about all that.
Coming to America.
All that. Oh yes, coming to America. Yeah, no, ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
If it had to come down to two, it probably for me would be between Martin and Kevin. But yeah, Kevin just don't have. I mean, he has a lot. He's building and he's growing in what he's doing now. But
Because
up
I
against these,
freaking love Husbands of Hollywood.
I don't never watch it.
Oh my God. You have to watch it from the beginning. That it was like I haven't watched it since it relaunched. But when the old seasons was on, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Because like it was so funny. Like you almost was like, is it scripted or is it real? Is it scripted or is it real? But it was so funny. Love it.
Yeah. Well, maybe I need to give it another try. I'm not really into the stupid humor, if that makes sense. So like the movies that like kind of make fun of movies or the comedy that's kind of like so silly that it's funny. I don't really get into like that.
I don't feel like
I watch it a little bit, but it ain't that. It is. It's meant to be like stupid funny to me.
Yeah, I guess. But it's funny. It's hilarious.
Anywho, moving along, we got a couple of good stuff to talk about. I guess we're gonna start out with Kanye West. I guess I about just want to show what you said. All right, so part number one, he has a documentary that is loading weekly on Netflix, which I know you said you hadn't watched it,
and I don't plan on it.
It actually is really good.
I heard, but I don't plan on it.
Because for me, what makes it really good is seeing early Kanye West, because he was so dope. Like College Dropout, it's probably one of my top 10 albums as far as a rapper.
Right.
And seeing him create it and make it and how confident he was and how confident he was in his abilities and his talent and how he pushed and moved and gone forward with his, and he was determined he was gonna be famous.
Right.
People was gonna know who he was. Point blank period. And it worked for him. So I mean, I guess he's really teaching you, if you don't let go of your dream, you really can have, well, for most people, for the most part. I mean, he was at the right place at the right time because he was already signed to Rockefeller Records as a producer. So he was already kind of in there, but it was so hard for him to transition from a producer to an artist, which is the journey that he's showing on the documentary. And then plus seeing him in his relationship with his mama is so inspiring, and you really could see that she was really somebody that held him down mentally. Like
mentally, emotionally. Like I can understand. I kind of want to go back and look at it, but right now I just dislike him so much that I feel like if I was to go and watch it, I'm gonna be like, oh, y'all need to leave Kanye alone, and y'all don't, because Kanye
I mean, I originally thought that as well, but one of the scenes people are talking about is him going through the record label and showing playing
Through the Wire.
No, it wasn't Through the Wire. All Falls Down.
Yeah, All Falls Down.
He was he was going through the office playing All Falls Down, and he made it look like in the documentary that he played it for like two people and they just really wasn't interested, and then he just walked out. And then people was like dogging Rockefeller, like, y'all didn't see his talent in him, blase, and they was talking about the woman that was in the documentary, how she was just sitting there, which she's very famous now and has helped a lot of artists, including him, move up in the game or whatnot. But pretty much what happened was they presented it in a way that wasn't all the way true. And the fact of the matter was, he did this thing all the time where he did impromptu performances, didn't give nobody no warning, would just show up and start rapping. And
I love it.
And it worked in his favor in some instances. Like if you in the studio with people, like they show one scene where he's in the studio with Dev stuff. It worked in those instances. But these people are in this office working. They got deadlines. They got paperwork. Old girl said my hair wasn't even done. Like, and you got this camera walking around, whatever. And then the lastly of it is he played the song like 10 times. So they was like, by the time you got the hub, probably they was old. They done go through the whole dang office.
Like, here we go again with this doggone song.
And he did it all the time. So even though even though we're seeing the creation of it, people are still gonna call him out on this BS. Like, it was real that the record label did give him a hard time about giving him a start, because he was signed up for a year before they even gave him a date for his first album. So it's that part is true, but that happens to a lot of artists. Like, y'all just
I might go back and watch it.
Yeah, it is. Part 2 came out either today or yesterday, and we watched it today, and it showed his Grammy speech when he won the award for that album. He won a Grammy off his first album. Like, and then it shows him creating the song and stuff. Y'all haven't watched it, and you a early Kanye fan, not now.
See, I'm an early Kanye fan, and now I'm just
if you're an early Kanye fan, watch it. But what's a little bit some other news that has came out is that he done came out with a list. Oh, that ain't even. I'm sorry. Did I move the wrong thing? He came out with a list of people that he beefing with. And it includes people like Taylor Swift and Nike and Kim K, his cousin, which is really random with no name on it. But the funny part is that one of the people on the list is Peppa the Pig.
What did Peppa Pig?
Peppa the Pig. Just to give you a little context of it, I would play this video real quick.
Kanye West, the rapper has been blowing up the internet in recent weeks thanks to his posts on social media. The Grammy winner shared a list from Hip Hop by the Numbers claiming celebrities West has beef with, including, this is unfair, one Miss Peppa Pig. Apparently goes back to September when Pitchfork ranked Peppa's soundtrack half of a point higher than West's latest album.
But upon closer listen to the Peppa Pig album, it turns out Kanye's feud was justified.
Mr. Elephant, drop a beat. Are you yay or easy? Pick an ID. How about Guy getting ruined by Notorious P.I.G.? My beats are so hot, it's just not fair. My flow's so sick, called Dr. Brown Bear. I'm the children's character, always honest. You've got an ex-wife who's Pete Davidson voice. My rhymes are infectious, I'm raising the roof and giving you the thing of my entire hoof. Peppa Pig out!
I am so dead. Mary said, what Peppa Pig did? So literally all Peppa did was rank 0.5 points higher than him. On albums that I didn't even listen to Donda. I ain't even gonna lie. I think I downloaded, listened to one track, and that was.
I ain't even downloaded. I didn't even Google it. I didn't look at the album cover. I don't know no songs that's on it.
I'm just so over him, and his music is not. It's just not what it was. Like, it's just the throne of Ye, or whatever his name is of the week, and him just producing music. And I don't like it. He used to have a message. He used to. I mean, Through the Wire itself, it shows in the document, like, he literally recorded the first version of Through the Wire when his mouth was wired after his car accident. Yeah. Like, his songs had meaning and messages and things of that nature. Now, it probably do, but you can't get over that him, and I can't. I just can't.
Who else was a Harriet Tubman? What did Harriet Tubman do to him?
Was Harriet Tubman on that list?
Yes! Harriet Tubman was on that list too. I was like, what did Harriet do? Free the slaves. She minding her business.
I can't. Louis Vuitton, Beyonce. What Beyonce do to him?
He better take Beyonce off that list.
50 Cent, Chris Jenner. Well, I know why he would have something against Chris Jenner, probably. It's the shenanigans for me.
Kanye's cousin, come on. We want to know what you done.
You want to be on the podcast? You can email us at occasionallypod@gmail.com. Right, Mary. She said he doesn't even know Harriet.
Right.
That was way before his time.
He don't know Peppa Pig either, because Peppa Pig is a cartoon character.
If he gonna list Peppa Pig, why ain't he list everybody else that was above him? Because you was only at a 6. She was at a 6.5. Where's 7 and 7.5 and 8 and 8.5 and 9 and 9.5 and 10? I'm just saying, why you pull out Peppa the Pig?
Because she was simple to pull out. He better be glad. Peppa hang up on him.
He's just trying to keep his name out there. I used to think it was just for publicity. I honestly just feel like he just ain't got no sense now. He know not what he do or something.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Vern said he forgot Trump, but no, he was a Trump supporter, so we already knew he wasn't gonna put.
But then he came back and said that they tried to use him as a pawn. So just crazy. But of course, I'm not in the music industry or whatever. But I'm curious to know if within the music industry, do they not provide therapists for their people? Rappers and stuff like that. It's something that they really need to provide. It's something that they need to think about incorporating into their deals. Like, this is your therapist that you can have access to and talk to and all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, if you think about it, a lot of rappers really came from the gutter. They went through a whole lot to get to where they got to. And
they don't know how to act.
And they don't know how to act once they get the money and the fame and all that kind of stuff. They don't know how to act. But then also they went through a lot as kids. They had to, I heard this saying today, they had to get off the porch early.
Yeah. That's facts though.
And then you know they got off the porch early. They was selling drugs. They was in gangs. Their parents was on drugs. The parents wasn't there and all this kind of stuff. And then they rap and they become famous and they get all this money. And there's nobody there to tell them, you know, you went through this and it's okay that you went through this, but let's talk about how we can get through it.
Right. But I mean, I totally agree with that. I feel like unless it's some way to make it required, which they probably not going to be able to, because then people will say you violating their rights.
Right.
They can have it available. They probably still ain't going to go. Like, I mean, not now. I'm not taking the fact the way they shouldn't have it available, because they should.
Mm-hmm.
But the way, especially in Black communities, the way people view therapy and therapists, even though it's 2022, and especially Black men, they ain't gonna go talk to no therapist.
Right.
In reality, he ain't no different than a lot of the men that's out here walking the street. The only difference is he got money, he can act that way because he ain't gonna lose no job or no chick or no, because when you crazy out there in famous world, you get more like
more publicity.
You get more people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm telling you right now,
if you act like him at the Walmart, your butt gonna be fired. That's the only difference.
Listen, if my baby daddy and I, if we was married and we got divorced, we trying to get divorced, and you're still infatuated with me, and I done moved on, I'm trying to relieve myself of you, and you buy a house across the street from me, I'm gonna shoot in every window in your house. Every day until you die. Yes, I did.
Strike it from the record.
Yes, I did. If you out here taunting me the way that he is taunting her, I'm going to shoot through that window every day until somebody dies. I said what I said. Doggone it.
He too much. It's too much. And now he even got this girl that I don't think he calls a girlfriend, but they broke up. And they finally broke up, but
because he said for Valentine's Day he sent Kim a truck bed full of roses.
Wow. Well, anywho, he had this girl that he had dressing just like Kim. I wish I would be dating a dude and he'd be like, "I'm gonna need you to dress like my ex-wife."
I think that she just used him for a come up, because who knew her before this?
I still don't know her. What's her name? I have no idea.
Something Fox. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The comments. She said that I think she meant now I can see the beef with Pepper. No, you can't. But leave Harriet out of this. That part. Then she said, nope. I think that was to your comment about the therapist, them supplying the therapist. She said they should, but they don't. Sam made a good point. He said, nope, that's how they get their content. Facts.
That's true.
If everybody was healed and delivered and set free. Amen. They won't be out here making these ratchet tail songs.
That's true. Because I do like the ratchetness. I love the ratchetness. I ain't gonna lie. I love it.
And then and Sam said, I love my therapist. I know that's right. I had one for a long time. I finally stopped seeing her, but it's definitely necessary.
It is.
Right here at the beginning of the pandemic, when I was sitting in this house all the time doing work that I didn't want to do. Yeah, I had to call my therapist. Because I was going to strangle somebody, someone, or myself.
When the pandemic happened, I had a ball. We was here. Well, my neighborhood was lit. And I had a good old time. And then I think towards the middle is whenever I hit my stage of, this is too much. I'm over it.
I was over it early. It was cute for about the first 2-3 weeks. And then after that, I was like, get thee behind me, Satan. Okay. I'm just saying.
We was having a ball in my neighborhood. We partied every doggone night.
Sam said my insurance love her too.
Hit that deductible real quick.
Right, that part.
Out of pocket costs and everything.
Well, I really hope that Kanye do something. At this point, I don't really think he cares, and I'm just over it. Honestly.
Excuse me. Can I say the thing that troubles me the most is, yes, we know that Kanye needs some assistance and some help and all that kind of stuff. A thing that behooved me when I was looking on Facebooks and the TikToks and all that kind of stuff was women that said, if my man does not come after me like this, then does he really love me? And all that kind of stuff.
I'm done.
And I'm trying to figure out why y'all think that that's okay.
Because they toxic and stupid. That's all I got.
I don't want to call them stupid, but let's grow. Let's heal people. We have to heal. If you think that is okay, and that's the type of love that you want,
right? You
need to heal. Let's go talk to somebody.
Let's go talk to somebody. I mean, reality is a lot of people we don't have the best examples of what real love looks like. And I mean real love. I don't mean that Jay-Z and Beyonce, they look good on the outside love. Because they could be sleeping on separate sides of the house for all we know. I'm talking about real. You're such a Beyonce fan. I'm talking about real life, and seeing somebody how they struggles, they ups and downs. They ain't always gonna get along, but they know how to get over their hurdles. But they gonna stay together. But they also gonna seek therapy. That kind of love,
right?
And we don't have a lot of examples of it. Because for a lot of households, I ain't gonna say mine. For a lot of households, they ain't even see their parents argue, but they argued in the back, real quiet in the bathroom.
Shit, my mama whooped my daddy's ass.
You stupid. My point is, a lot of the times you either had one side of the spectrum or the other.
Other side,
you had the parents who would throw stuff and argue and tear the house up and beat each other up, or you had the parents you never seen argue. You never really seen healthy arguments.
Right. That's true. Point. A healthy discussion. Disagreement. Right. Yes. That's true.
And we don't communicate. I'm guilty for not communicating with my kids effectively in the right way. Like sometimes I have to tell myself I ain't have to snap at him like that. I could have broke it down a little bit better. But it'd be hard. Parenting is hard. Okay.
I try to be a gentle parent. I try every day. But my kids are not gentle. They're not gentle kids. And sometimes they don't understand when I say, put that down. Put that down. And then I have to cuss. And then they understand. Muhammad Ali.
How good.
Saw your face. I was like, what's she looking at?
Mary said toxic is the new wave.
It is. And I don't understand why people think
is it new though? Is it new though? I don't think it's new.
I don't think it's not new. However, I think we've seen that it's a lot more toxic people in this world than we thought. And you be thinking that some people got it together.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, they ain't quite there. Now I know I be fooling around and playing on Facebook and all that kind of stuff because I might throw something up there that ain't got nothing to do with me and be laughing and all that kind of stuff. But some of these people be real life.
Right. And it's Vern, this is what I was looking at. He said, "Is that super juice in that oversized trough?" She said, "None of your business." All right. Mary said, "It's more glamour." It ain't soup, I promise you. It's more glamorized now. And then Sam said, "I think public toxicity is the new wave." I mean, that might be facts. It is a lot of more stories about people. I mean, they still talking about Meg Thee Stallion and old boy, and they hold the debacle. I'm like,
Well, they about to go to court. They about to start the deliberations. So I guess that's why they're talking about it.
I'm just over it at this point. That's my point. Like, just let it go, folks. That's all I got. All right, we're gonna move on. We was on it longer than I thought. All right. To support or not support the thought.
What thought? That hoe over there?
I'll let you talk about it. Go ahead.
Wait, let me pull it up. It's right here, so you ain't got to be like, oh gosh.
Her and these eyes are hers.
Girl, oh wait, it ain't where I thought it was.
Oh Lord. Okay, it says, fellas, if your woman is out here having sex with the whole neighborhood, going out every night, doesn't want to work or take care of home, don't leave her. It could be the way she was raised or what she's going through. Be a ride or die, man. Ride with her until you die. So what if she sucks off a lot of people? They make soap and water for that. When she's ready to change, she will be happy you stuck around and buy you some Jordans. It's so ratchet. Chastity sent this, FYI. And yes, I asked a female posted this.
So my question is to all the men out there and the women, how do y'all feel about this statement? Because whenever I read it, I already understood the assignment. I understood what Miss Ashley was saying. And to the naked eye, they're like, so you just gonna be with love somebody that's out there fucking everybody? No, that's not what she's saying. She's saying the fact that men or people constantly tell women, he'll be all right. Just wait till he get it together. He just out there having sex with all these women, but he still love you. He gonna come back to you. He gonna get it together and all that kind of stuff. A man is gonna be a man and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff.
No.
So why can't a woman be a woman? Why can't a hoe be a hoe? And then whenever she turn her life around, she come back and she buy you some Jordans.
This is my issue with it. This is my issue. Reality of life is people gonna talk. People gonna try to tell you how you supposed to live. Blase, blase. Don't live with the man because of what people said. Then say some stupid mess like this. Your butt could have left. You didn't have to stay with him while he was cheating. You didn't have to hold him down because he. And then you gonna throw. I get it. I understand it because the world is double standard. They say women supposed to live a certain way and men ain't, and blase blase. So I understand the point of it, like you said, because that's what is said. But let's actually promote women being more happy with themselves, happy within themselves, knowing they ain't got to live with this fool, knowing they ain't got to deal with cheating, knowing that it's other fish in the sea, and if it ain't, they got batteries. Like, let's promote that more.
Don't go to the fish in the sea. The dating pool is filled with piss and drugs. I
can't see. I'm dead.
Stay where
Maybe you just had the wrong body of water. Don't do that.
I done dibbled and dabbled. I done crossed over to the Caucasian side now. We're gonna see what they do.
I'm dead. But yeah, we just need to. I mean, just stop dealing with it. Like, And that's on both sides. Mary took the words on. Oh no, that was Sam. Sam took the words on. He said that goes for men and women. But let's just let's focus on self and just be happy, and then find somebody. And if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. You make it work.
If you do, you do. You don't, you don't.
But the problem is people be worried about being alone, being single, not ever getting married, not ever having children when they think they're supposed to, and they end up in this stupid foolishness to end up single and alone anyway. Like
being a cat lady.
He out there slanging it everywhere. He gonna find somebody that he thinks slanging it with her gonna be even better. He gonna leave your butt anyway.
And even if he don't, even a lot of people feel like just because their husband is in the house with them, that they are together. You're still single, ma'am. He's never there. When have y'all slept in the bed together? When was the last time he initiated the sex without you initiating it? And if he did initiate, it's probably because his side chick was mad at him and she cut him off.
You in there doing all the work. You just laying there.
Sasha, please. I just lost the love of my life.
I'm good. I'm going to the comments. Mary said, I get it and I love it. Satire is the best.
I love it. I love it.
It is best. Sam said, if they are in an open relationship, I'm cool with it. Monogamous relationship, leave. That's facts.
That's facts.
And then, like I said, he said earlier, that goes for men and women. And then Chastity, stay out of Deep River. Try the Pacific Ocean. Thank you, Sam. He had the wrong body of water. He's trying to blame all men. Okay?
Y'all, it is piss and drugs and diseases out there.
She out there in Lake Juno. Only people from Chatham County know what Lake Juno is. She out there in Lake Juno trying to find a man.
I be crossing the rivers and the border. Y'all, it's rough. If you know somebody that you think is not pissing and drugs and all that kind of stuff, send them my way. Send them my way.
That's funny. That's funny. I can't. All right, moving along. So this section is, did Dad go too far? And I'm gonna play a bit. Chaz be acting like she don't know what I'm about to do. Like we ain't talked about this stuff.
I know, God, I almost forgot.
Fuck with her, she don't bother you. The next time you fuck with her, I told her to beat your ass. I don't care what the school's out. We're gonna get out this car right now because I'm sick of y'all. And that's the last fucking time I'm gonna say it.
My daughter's bullied too, so stand up. My daughter's bullied, so I don't know what's going on.
Beat ass because I'm sick of it, and I'm not playing. What's going on? So if my daughter tell me again that somebody's fucking with her, she gonna get out this car, and my son gonna get out too, and they gonna beat ass because I'm sick of it. What's going on?
There was actually a part 2 to it too. I wish I would have downloaded it. But
oh, dang, I see the part 2.
He even go even further and was like, I guess somebody had said something smart or whatever. He's like, oh, you think I'm playing? Take your coat off. Come on, y'all, get out the car. They didn't ever get out the car, thank the Lord. But like, what you feel about the video? Did he go too far? Do you understand it?
I understand it. I understand 100%. I listen. When it comes to my kids, it's never too far for my kids. And I can remember I had a similar situation where I had to go off on a mom and her child about messing with my kids. The child was 11. My kids at the time were 8 and 7. Why are you messing with my kids? You're a big grown ass man. So I was like, you know what? I want to whoop your ass, but I can't. So I'm just going to wait till your mama get here and I'm going to whoop her ass. Okay. Like, no, you're not going to keep messing with my kids. I don't think that he went too far. And bullying is at an all-time high. And like you said, when we was talking earlier, a lot of kids are killing themselves behind bullying. You never go too far for your kids. Never.
Right. I mean, in some of the context of the conversation on how he was expressing himself probably wouldn't be how I would have done it. I stand up for my kids now, don't get me wrong. But if you're talking to children, well, I think the parent was standing there too, which is surprising to me. Ain't nobody gonna be talking to my kids like that. But I don't care if they would. Like, okay, you calm down. Anywho, that ain't the point. The point is, I don't know the whole story. He may have tried to talk to the parents. He may have, tried to talk to the school about the school bus and stuff like that. I'm hoping that he did all of those avenues first before he just went out there and cussed out the kids. That's what I hope for.
Sometimes you just have to cuss people out. Sometimes you don't need to take avenues and all that kind of stuff. You just got to let them know that you a special type of crazy and leave my kids alone.
I don't agree with that because, again, you are showing your kids that just randomly going off is okay. And then when they get to this job that they really prayed for,
I don't think
really
that it was random though.
And because I'm just saying, if he didn't go through those avenues, it is. If he didn't try everything possible first and then be like, all right, y'all ain't gonna do nothing, so I'm gonna take it in my own hands, then that's showing them the wrong way to deal with conflict. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Now, do I understand it? Yes, but I also understand how hard it is for Black people to work in a world where we are low on the totem pole and it don't take much for us to get fired or to get looked at crazy or whatever the case may be. And some of these kids, that's the reason why they don't get jobs in corporate America, even though they really want it, because they don't know how to deal with conflict. They don't know how to they don't know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And even though me and you as real as we are, we still know when to shut up too. That's my point.
And we'll send a text message in a heartbeat. Bitch, meet me in the bathroom so we can talk about this. The hell they're talking about.
Right. So do I understand why he did it? Absolutely. Because something had to be done. Because it's my understanding that other parents have been out there and witnessing this has happened and things of that nature. And nobody has done anything. So I totally get it. I just hope that was the last resort. Like, I done everything I can. Now I got to go off on these people so they know I ain't playing with them. That's what I hope.
I mean, I guess sometimes the last resort is the first resort for me, and then I work my way back down.
But you are grown, so it's different for me and you going off. But
no, I'm talking about when it comes to my kids too.
I'm saying you doing it for your kids, yes. But kids learn things, especially these days, different. So they learned mama went off. I can go off. This dude threw my crayon on the ground. He about to get the business.
Biscuit be doing that.
Right, exactly. Or they took the last biscuit. They know I wanted that biscuit. Like, I'm just saying, kids don't know the difference. So even though in your mind you want to tell somebody off, you got to realize you got people watching you. And then you get mad at them when they act the fool when you the one taught them.
That's true. That's true. I will say that for my instance with my kids at first, like whenever they would come in the house and they would be complaining about the little boy messing with them, I'd be like, you're not scared of nobody. Like nobody scares you. If he puts you in a situation where you're uncomfortable, it's okay to come in the house. But do not let him know that you fear him, because you don't.
Right.
You're just as strong as him. You might be small right now, but you're just as strong as him. And he's weak-minded. He's picking on y'all because he doesn't have the love that he wants at home. And he see that I'm out here playing basketball with y'all and all this kind of stuff. And his mama is not. But anyway, and then some other times they would come in. They'd be like, he pushed me. Go outside and push him back.
Right.
Like, I'm not, I can't push him back. You push him back. The next time he put his hands on you, you put your hands on him. Let him know that you're not scared of him. And then eventually it got to where I stepped in and I was like, listen, leave my kids alone. Stop messing with my kids.
Right.
And then he still kept messing with them, So then it kept escalating. One night he pissed me off so bad. I was like, I got it. I take care of it with your mama. I sat outside in my car and waited till she pulled up. Before she could put that car in park, I was right there by her door. She was like, what did he do? We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. So then after everything had calmed down, he had started acting right around my kids or whatever. Some other kids from a neighborhood adjacent to us was bullying him that was older than him. And they kept coming over here messing with him. So one day I was outside walking. I was going to the mailbox, right? and the little boys that came over and took his skateboard from him and everything. Typically, Mama Bear and me would have been like, no, y'all not going to take his skateboard, give his skateboard back, blah, blah, and all this kind of stuff. I said, I would take up for you, but I want you to see how it felt whenever you was fucking with my kids.
Woo!
He said, I respect it.
I respect it. I guess, so where I struggle with is that when we were in school, like in the neighborhood stuff, what you're doing, that totally makes sense. The struggle for me is at school because things are so different from when we were in school. Like if I was in school and a fight happened, they would interview the kids, they would check the tape if you had a camera or whatever, and whoever started the fight would get suspended. And that's what it'll be like. They understand you were just defending yourself. Now you even defend yourself, you get suspended, which is stupid to me.
But listen,
it's stupid.
Listen, I don't care. Defend yourself if you have to. I don't care if you get suspended. Defend yourself. Right. And I think that's what people need to stop telling kids. I don't want you to get in trouble. Yes, you don't want them to get in trouble. Right. However, they need to be able to stand up for themselves and defend themselves. And you shouldn't have your kids out here at the bus stop fearing that they're going to get suspended. And so they're not going to stand up for themselves. No, stand up for yourself. If you get suspended, we will deal with that. We will work on it at home. We will work on whatever classwork you're going to miss and all that kind of stuff at home. I don't care. Do not fear anybody. To the point that you come home crying to me.
Right. And that's how it would be too. Like if my son honestly got suspended because he was defending himself or whatever, I wouldn't have nothing against it. But I also have worked with families who have had these situations had happened, and now there's a child in elementary school who can't stay alone, get suspended, and now my job is threatening to fire me because I don't have anybody to keep them. Now I don't have nowhere to take my son or no income, which it's not right by no means. But I've seen these situations and I've seen why parents tell their kids not to do these things.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Me personally, no. If my son got in a fight within good reason, I'll be like, okay, it'd be what it be, we figure it out. But I try to keep open minded. Everybody ain't got it like us.
Right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I feel like for the most part, even I feel like every job I've ever had, because I went above and beyond, I always had the flexibility whenever something would happen with my kids. And I understand everybody doesn't have that luxury and all that kind of stuff. Hell yeah.
When it comes to me and my kids.
When it comes to me and my kids. I would drive them to South Carolina if I have to. Mama, can you keep them?
She would. She would. Me, nah. But she would.
I would. At half.
She definitely would. Oh, man. How y'all feel about it? That's still watching. Comment. Let us know.
But I do want to say something that we had pointed out earlier whenever we was discussing this earlier, that one of the things that both of us do is we correct our kids whenever we see them do things that could be potential bullying or harmful to other kids and all that kind of stuff. I always correct my kids in that moment. I'm not going to wait for them other kids to leave. I'm going to correct you right now.
Facts.
And
I do that too.
That was wrong. You should not have said that.
Right.
Don't say it again. How would you feel if somebody said that to you or done that to you? Do not do that.
Right. My son says stupid stuff all the time. And if he don't understand me now, I still make sure I could. Like he has this thing. I don't even know where he learned this from because I didn't teach him that. And I don't think his daddy started teaching that. But he had this thing where he think women have certain things they supposed to do and men have certain things they supposed to do. And it gets on my husband be like, it ain't that serious. But I'm in my mind like, no, there's no such. Women can do whatever. Men can do whatever. Quit saying it. Like, just my son probably think I'm crazy. But even just yesterday, he was doing something. And I was like, the other day, we went to get a new sound system for our living room. And I was carrying the box. And then and whenever we got to the restaurant, I put it up on the counter, whatever, and then we moved on. He picked up the box, and I was like, "No, I'm gonna carry it. You just carry it." No, a man's supposed to carry everything heavy for a woman, and I was like, "No, a woman can carry it too."
It's string for you.
So just simple stuff like that, I'm like correcting him on because I don't want him to get out in the real world and people think he's sexist. You know what I'm saying? Just something just dumb as that. Like my point is I always try to tell him the right way, even though he don't listen to me 90% of the time.
He'll listen.
In the moment. I hope one day it'll click somewhere.
Whenever he grown.
Like, and it'll be what it be.
But I hope that it's not whenever his girlfriend has an 80-pound bag or something, and he over there with a little shoebox with his Jordans.
It ain't the point of I don't want him to carry it because I do. The point is, don't think that I can't.
Right? Unless I say I can't.
That's the point.
I'm strong.
I can take out the trash. I can carry stuff. I can change it. Well, I can't change the tire. I'll have to watch a YouTube video. But I'll learn how to change a tire if necessary. Listen. Don't think just because I'm a woman, I don't know how to is my point.
Especially since YouTube can teach you everything. I changed a thermostat one time because of YouTube.
Right.
I kept stopping and pausing and everything and rewinding back, but I did it.
But yeah, I correct him. He got bullied some. I think it's better now, but when he was younger, because he had speech issues, so he had to go through speech therapy, and he had to be pulled from the classroom to get that and to get help with some of his studies and things of that nature. So kids would pick on him, and so sometimes I have to revert back to you didn't like it when kids picked on you, so don't pick on a child because he got to think about people being fat. Which I don't understand because I was fat for most of my life. So I don't know where he get that from. But he got to think about if you lose some weight, you can breathe. I'm like, dude, just because you tall and skinny, you ain't got no right. Honey, don't let the sweet face fool you. That boy is rough.
What?
That boy was rough. Okay? Rough.
Clutching my pearls. I feel like I should have worn some pearls.
Honey.
I ain't never coming over to your house running up the steps. The way I be out of breath. I ain't coming back over there.
You know not to call people fat anymore, at least around me. I don't know what to do at school. But at least around me, I'm like, so you saying I'm ugly and fat? No, ma, I ain't saying you, but I was fat. If you talking about him, you talking about me. You talking about her, you talking about me. Well, no, I didn't mean you. I just meant it. No, fat is fat.
Look,
okay.
Oh, sir, that just made me think about when men be talking about, oh, bald-headed hoes, be like, your mama is bald-headed though, and you don't know who your daddy is. So, who are you talking about? Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about your mama? Or are you talking about both of us?
That remind me, this is totally not on topic at all. But for some reason, that comment remind me of when I seen that TikTok when the filter says, tell something that black people don't know about. And then the man walks in the door and then they say, hey, Dad.
I was like, I'm not supposed to laugh at this. But I was so
oh, Lord, my mic don't fail.
I was like,
that's funny. I'm sorry, we moving on.
I saw that one too, though.
That man, people can be mad all they want. That mess was hilarious.
It was hilarious. I laughed.
Oh man, Vern said he just being polite. Leave my E alone. And then he said he has no filter whatsoever. He don't. He don't. God said, you ain't got no filter, sunshine. Let me drop a little unfilteredness in your son. This is honey.
Biscuit all day.
Honey. All right,
I got a little bit of filter. What are you doing?
Am I still here?
Get it together. Bring it back in. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax, relate, release.
Even got me knocking over stuff. Well, let's move on. All right. Moving on to the next story. Sex with a dead woman.
I can't.
Yes, you heard it right. Sex with a dead woman. Let me pull up the picture. So, a news story broke about a man in Michigan who hit a woman in a car a couple of months back. And originally he was charged with hitting and leaving the scene, whatever that charge is, and killing somebody via vehicle, all that stuff. He was charged with all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then later down the road, it came out that he deliberately hit this woman with his car, killing her, and he moved her body in order to engage in sexual acts with a dead victim. So the man on the left, his name is Kobe Martin, and he's 29. And he killed this lady on the right, which her name is Melody Royville. I probably tore that up. And she was 64. I don't know why he chose her. But like I said, originally he was suspended and charged for manslaughter and concealing a body. But then details came down the road later, and then I think he actually confessed that is what he was doing. They said I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Detective said they searched his property and devices and things of that nature, and they found pornography involving dead or unconscious women. And then they put 2 and 2 together, and I think he came out and said that this what happened. So my question is, look at your face.
I didn't know you was gonna take the picture down here.
Why do you think people are fascinated with having sex with dead or unconscious women?
Because they rapey. I feel like,
you could be rapey and they be awake or alive, dead.
I don't know. First of all, I want to just talk about the fact that she was almost 40 years older than him, and she looked younger than him.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Well, I mean, close in age.
I mean, she was out jogging, so she probably was fit. She's taking her morning jog.
Right. Like, dude, you 20 and she in her 60s. Okay. So anyway, next subject.
Now that you said that.
Huh?
He do look older than he is now that you said that. He was 23? No, 29, excuse
29.
me.
I don't know, and I don't want to pretend like I know why anybody would do that. I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And it gives me rapey vibes. And I'm pretty sure if they go back and talk to some people from his younger years that he has been around, he's probably done fondled them or touched them or done something to them that was not appropriate.
Probably so. A lot of people who do acts this extreme, like you said, they don't start they just go to there. Like it's usually some signs, symptoms, or something from somewhere. And people just ignored it. Like it's too many stories out there where this man or celebrity or whoever been raping people, and this one woman then came out and said he raped me, and then 30 other women, oh yeah, he did it to me too. It's too many of them stories out there.
Right.
So yeah, I think this probably now that this is out, I'm sure some other people gonna come out and say, yeah, he did want me to lay like I was a dead woman.
Which is so weird. Like, I'm into role playing, but if a guy ever says play dead, I'm gonna call 911 and be like, investigate.
Get out.
ASAP.
Yeah. That's weird. But he's going through his trial and everything now, and he tried to get bond, whoever his lawyer is, and I think they did put a bond, but he had been out on a bond for $300,000. He had a $300,000 bond and he did get out, but I think they may go back and get him now that they know that he did it on purpose.
Oh, so he had the bond from the accidental hit.
Right.
Okay.
He had the bond from accidental hit, didn't he? He said get that $6. I don't think that. What is that anyway?
It's a hat, a belt, and a camera. So I guess
a hat, a belt, and a camera. All right. We're gonna leave that all the way alone.
After I turned around and said what it was, I was like, I can understand how that is a little bit kinky.
Like, why are they hanging together? Like, why is the camera there? Never mind. I got nothing.
Okay, next.
All right, let's talk about Kyle. I know everybody knows the story of Kyle Rittenhouse and how he thought he was whoever he was and went out there and shot up folk and things of that nature and got off of it. But now it has came out that he is suing folk that slandered his name. I wanted to show this first because this is an example of somebody, LeBron James, when he tweeted this months back, and I thought it was so true. And he said, "What tears? I didn't see one. Man, not that all. That boy ate some lemon heads before walking in the court. It was so true that if y'all watched any of it,
it was not a tear.
Stupid. That crowd was stupid. But anywho, so he intends to sue LeBron James
And Whoopi
Goldberg. I think it even said Joe Biden, if I ain't mistaken, because they slandered his name.
Did we really? Did they really slander you? Because the crying was fake. It wasn't real.
Right. And he did commit the crime. He might not got charged or sentenced or whatever, but he killed people.
Right. You killed people. You deliberately went to a scene that you had no business at a minor age. You wasn't even old enough to own a gun that you had. And you crossed state lines. Yes, you got off of it for whatever reason that you got off of it.
Right.
Technicalities, white privilege, who knows?
Right.
But you did commit a crime.
You really did. I don't know how he's sitting here with no charge at all. Like, but when they let go of the gun charge, I already knew it was gonna be some BS.
Right. And then my thing is, nobody even remembered that slander until you brought it back up.
That part.
We barely remembered your name. If somebody had said your name, because whenever you sent me the thing, I was like, who the hell is Kyle Rittenhouse? And then
and you're like, oh, that dude.
Oh, this one. So I mean, like, nobody was thinking about you. So you're you're bringing yourself back out to try to be relevant. Nobody cares about you. And I hope that you lose the lawsuit.
Right. I don't think he's actually filed it yet. He's just talking about it. But now I'm just thinking, now you're just trying to be relevant, which is stupid. Like,
you had your 15.
Let people forget about you, sir. Move on.
You had your 15. You got away with your 15 minutes of fame that you shouldn't have got away with. Go, live, be happy, get married and have some kids. Or if that's not in your ministry, do whatever the hell is in your ministry. Doggone it. But we don't want to hear about you. Nobody was thinking about you. Nobody even cared about the slander that LeBron said or anybody else said. Nobody cares because we don't even care about you. At the end of the day, you killed 2 white people. We wasn't that bad. We was mad, but we wasn't that mad.
I do not agree with that statement. Strike it from the record. Strike it.
Look, what minute are we on? 102, 103 something. Strike it. But we don't care. We don't care. Like, bye.
I'm just so over like people like taking bad situations and trying to get rich off of them. I'm over it. Did you watch the documentary with the my mind is going blank right now, but the girl who looked like she was a German heiress but really was just using people, well, not using people, but getting a whole bunch of money from people? Did you watch that?
I didn't. I saw that, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna let it go since you ain't watched it, but it's good. You gotta watch it.
Have you watched Tinder?
I was literally about to ask you that next. Did you watch Tinder Swindler?
I started it. I have not finished it.
Oh my god!
But I feel like have you finished it?
Yeah, I finished that in like 2 days.
Listen,
actually, I think I watched it in 1 day. Actually,
I'm just trying to figure. What kind of penis was he working with?
Girl. So people who I hope I don't spoil it the rest of it for Chastity, But people who have not watched it, The Tinder Swindler is on Netflix, and it's about a dude who does the ultimate, I would call it the ultimate pyramid scandal.
Exactly. MLM.
He does the ultimate pyramid scandal. He literally he gives off this illusion.
It was me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, what? He gives off this illusion that he has lots and lots and lots and lots of money. And he meet these women on Tinder, and then invites them out to go out with him and flies them to places, like put them on a private jet and pays for everything, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, blase blase, and giving the illusion that he's rich. And then later down the road, he's supposed to be
his
like
enemies be after him.
Right. He's supposed to be a son of a diamond person who makes a bukus of money, and all of it down the road, enemies are after him, and he uses this to his advantage. So he tells the girls, people are following me, people are after me. He even sends a picture of his bodyguard with blood coming down his face in the back of an ambulance, blase blase, and then says that he has to have his accounts frozen or they've been locked or whatever, and gets them to send him thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars,
tens of thousands.
Even go as far as
sell your
car, get a loan, get another credit card, tell them to up the limit, like just whatever. Get them to give them all this money just so he can spend that money on the next woman that he finds. What was so interesting about it is one of the women that's in the documentary didn't even ever date him. She was just his friend. She never dated him. She even went on a trip with him and his girlfriend, which was another girl.
The first girl.
No, that was the second girl, I think.
I would say it.
Blase, and they was just friends. But somehow he swooned her into giving her all this money.
Listen, I think that the first girl that was talking, I think if he was to jump in her DM and say, "Hey, big head," she would go back.
I hope not after all this time.
I think she'll go back.
No, I hope not after all this time. So anyway, he does this multiple times, and they fall for it, and he's been doing it forever. And then I guess Chassie probably don't know this stuff, but long story short, he only go to prison for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because it's not against the law. It's not against the law to get a credit card or whatever, or money or whatever, and give it to somebody to spend, and they spend too much or never pay you back. It's no such thing. If you gave it to them knowing that they were going to spend the money, and that was between you and them, bro. So he literally only went to prison for the passport, whatever he did to get fake passports.
Yeah, that was it. And it was less than a year. I think it was less than 6 months.
He was there for like 4 months.
Yeah,
like 4 months. But something that I had seen today is that he actually has a job now. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No.
Wait, he has.
Where's the job?
He has an actual paying job now. He joined a site. I don't remember what the site name is, but he joined a site where fans can request for him to create video or some type of message.
Cameo,
whatever. Oh yeah, Cameo. That's it. Cameo.
Cameo is not a damn job.
No. He's literally making. They said he made $30,000 on the first 3 days he was on there. He's charging people $200 to $2,000 a pop for videos, and these dumb idiots are hiring him. They said it's like birthday messages, pep talks, happy anniversary. Even some businesses are having him make videos, and they literally are paying him. Why would you want him to make you? I don't.
Well, America is happy with people that do bad things. They love that. They glorify that. So I'm not shocked. I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to do something crazy and then make me one.
That's that rich. That's that in my mind. That's that rich Millie mentality. Like I can see like a little dude who thought it would, because some people don't even blame. They blame him for lying and blase, but they just saying that the women were stupid.
I mean, they were stupid.
It was their fault.
They were. He's at fault 100%. But two things can be true. He's at fault and they stupid. Why?
Yeah.
If his family is rich and his accounts got frozen, why can't he reach out to his mom and dad to get money?
Right.
Why is he reaching out to you, Sally, that's only making $20,000-$30,000 a year, and he's telling you to sell your car? He needs to go and talk to his mama and daddy.
But I think he was very strategic in who he pulled, because they was making more than 30,000.
Yeah, I mean,
now they weren't rich by no means, but they probably was making at least 100K or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was really strategic, and because these people, but that one girl he was making fake pay stubs for. Did you see that part?
No, I don't think I got that far.
Like she was like, she said she couldn't get any more money or couldn't get the limit up anymore. So he created he sent her a pay stub saying that she was working for the company that her family is from for thousands of dollars.
And she was the CEO. He made her the CEO or something like that.
I don't remember if she was CEO or not, but she was submitting those to get increases in her.
I think I did see that. I feel like I remember that vaguely.
But yeah, he out here living his best life still to this day after all of that.
That's that.
Well, the other part, I know we need to get off, and we've been talking too long. The other part that was interesting to me is that I was trying to figure out why old girl was like, I thought like, cause he has a girl that's with him because he has a child that was in there that he introduced to that first girl or whatever, and said, this is my child, and showed that they was having a great relationship. But do you know that he swindled her and she just happened to get pregnant?
I haven't got that far yet, and I was wondering.
They don't tell that in the documentary. I found this out. He literally swindled her and went to prison for this, and she was one of the witnesses in the case of why he went to prison, but ended up pregnant. And now she's like, "Hey, I got a baby with you. You got to take care of us."
So she was pretty much in on the swindling, like after the fact.
I don't know if she was in it per se. I think she was just, no, she did tell them that he was a great guy and stuff.
Yeah.
They do make a part of this one, right? But in her mind, I think she just had to do what she had to do to take care of her child, I guess. But
I mean, I get it. So
I wouldn't help nobody do something to somebody else that they did to me. Child or not, we will be all right. I'm sorry. You literally swindled me, and now I'm gonna tell you he a nice guy so you can take care of my child.
But he can swindle you. My kids gotta eat.
No, standards gotta be set.
And they don't like chicken nuggets. They want steak.
Will respect. I send you $500 a month if I need to for a year. As long as you make sure I ain't gonna be out of no $100,000. I'm just saying. Daggone.
I'm just playing. I would never do that.
A line gotta be drawn somewhere. But yeah, she literally was swindled by him and was a witness in the case to get him prison the first time, but popped up pregnant. And now just going along with him still swindling people.
Lord.
That's a true thing of I just gotta do what I gotta do for my kids, I guess.
She said, make the money, don't let the money make you. Understand?
I can't. Anywho, that's all we got. We hour and 13 minutes in. We went through all the topics, but and a little extra topic that we didn't have planned. But thank y'all for tuning in. It was fun. We always have a great time. Thank y'all for commenting along. Please make sure you are following and liking our content, following and liking our page, share our stuff with folks, etc. And what? He said, I need for you two to hang one of the funeral home calendars on your wall. I said, bye. I'm done. Etc. Don't let me in.
I put it right by my sex suite.
Oh my God, I can't. If you if you want to be a blessing to the ministry, I can't even talk. You can send us something, $1 or two at money sign occasionally pod. If you have any letters or any, if you want to be a guest, if you have any content we need to discuss, feel free to send it to me or Chassie B, or you can email us at occasionallyposh@gmail.com. Oh,
Yes.
he meant calendar. I was like, colander. I don't even know what that
Oh,
is. He meant
I thought
calendar.
that I understood calendar. I understood it. I
I
ain't heard
didn't.
you say colander.
I did. I read it like he said. I read it like he said. Anywho, thank you, thank you, thank you. We see you next week, and bye bye.
Bye.